Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about what's been happening with my reading life and also why I've been away for a while. It's been a minute since I posted my last video. So I would like to update you why I have not been publishing videos. But before that, a quick intro. My name is Angela. You can call me Angie. In this channel, I talk about books and all things related to books. So if you love books the way I do, please subscribe to my channel and also please like, share, and comment. So first things first, why I have not been updating or publishing videos for quite some time. That's because I have an exam coming up related to my work profile, and that's sometime in middle of December. So until then I have very less time for anything else because I have to balance my study time with all the other things that's in my schedule regularly, like my household chores, office work, reading time, workout time, and everything. That's why I have not been able to post regularly as I used to. But still, I thought that maybe I should take a little bit time off to catch up with the booktube world and give an update on what's been happening with my reading life, and that's what this video is about. So I've been reading, as you know, as part of the read along that I'm hosting in my channel, the War of Light and Shadow series by Jani Words. The discussion of the same is ongoing in the Discord channel of Blaze. I'm going through book 2 right now, which is The Shape of Miriam, and as you can see, I'm somewhat in the middle right now. I've not been able to make any progress in the last week, but I am planning to read some this weekend. The second book that I'm currently reading simultaneously, and that is The Mask of Mirrors. This is a buddy read that I'm doing with Chas from Bookish Chas, and so far I've not made much progress. I'm only in page number 50. The last time I caught up with Chas was like at least 4 or 5 days ago, and I've not been able to pick this up since then, but I'm planning to read some this weekend, determined to set aside some reading time. So far the book is really good. It kind of gives me Lies of Locke Lamora and a little bit of Mad Ship from Robin Hobb vibe. Basically, this is kind of a con artist story. There is this woman called Ren. She and her sister, they come to a huge city, a big city, and they are planning a con so that they can make their way into a very wealthy family. That's the premise of the story. I'm really engaged in the story from the beginning itself, and how beautiful is this cover, guys. And I know that Leslie from the Nerdy Narrative, she is obsessed about this series, and in fact she did a reread of this book this year sometime on our channel as preparation for book number 2, and so once this is over, I'm really looking forward to book number 2 as well. So these are the 2 books that I'm reading currently. I don't want to overload myself, overcommit myself, because I don't have that much time. Next up, I want to show some books that came into my possession over the last couple of weeks. First one is a book that's been on my radar since the time it was announced by the author on Twitter, and I've been excited once I came to know about the premise, and I'm talking about Babel by R.F. Kuang. The moment she posted her first update about this book, I was intrigued because she had given the explanation that this is like a Jonathan Strange mating secret history, and that really piqued my interest. And Dark Academia is something that I really enjoy reading. And later on, I think the second post regarding this book from her was this artwork of the main 4 characters, and that also was so splendid and really pulled me in. And that's immediately I went and pre-ordered it on Amazon. I only had the option to pre-order paperback, and I ordered it, and it was way back in June or July or something. It was supposed to come out in the end of August, beginning of September, but it was postponed to again October and then to November. And now when I checked a couple of weeks ago, it was moved to December, and I was like, okay, this is not happening. I have to look for other options. I went ahead and I checked again on other options in Amazon itself, and then I found out that now apparently the hardcover version is available, and I went ahead and ordered it, and surprisingly it was cheaper than the paperback that I ordered. So I cancelled the paperback, ordered the hardcover, and it was with me within 7 days, and I'm so excited about this. How beautiful is this hardcover? There is this shimmery shine to the cover here, and let me show you how the naked cover looks like. That's how it is. Again, it's shiny. Really looking forward to reading this sometime next year, mostly in January, and searching for somebody who can buddy read with me. That would be fun. I know that there is like a lot of booktubers who really love this book, and some people who didn't like it. So I'm curious to find out what I will think about this book. Second is a book surprise, a book mail, you can call it. I had a wonderful discussion on my channel, which was part one of the read along series, and we, author Janny Words, Blaze, and P.L. Stewart, we had a great discussion of book number one of The War of Light and Shadow. And I read the book on Kindle because I couldn't find paperback. In fact, the paperback itself was not available, only Kindle version was available, and the other was hardback or hardcover, and the hardcover was so expensive. So if you know, in India, paperback is like 500 rupees, maybe 300, 400, 500. Hardback might be, you know, definitely more than that, or maybe the double of that. So 1500 is a maximum you would pay for a hardback, right? But this one was like 15,000. So I'm like, what's happening? I, in passing, during our discussion, mentioned this to Janny, and then Janny asked for my address, and voila, in a week's time, I have this on my doorstep, which is book number one of The Curse of Mist Wraith, and I am so overwhelmed. You have no idea. Usually, I don't get gifts, especially I don't get book gifts. So this was such a big surprise to me. I was moved to tears that, you know, somebody took the trouble to ship this from across the world, and this is obviously signed by Janny. It says, "For Angela, a book hero from the other side of the world, welcome to Ethera." And also, she was kind enough to add a very beautiful, lovely laminated bookmark of the War of Light and Shadow series theme. And also, she added this small pamphlet of Black Bargain. This is the short story set in this world, and behind that there is this post-it note, which gives me a nice instruction about, you know, in what order to read the books and what to read before I get to the short story and all that. So that's really going to help me in my journey of The War of Light and Shadow. And here is this interesting flowchart kind of representation of the different arcs. This is something that I will treasure forever. This book will be the most precious treasure in my book collection. My precious. Another book that I bought is because I wanted to continue Ponniyin Selvan. I finished book number one last month, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I want to read at least book number two before I watch the movie. So I bought book number two, which is Whirlwinds. I am so invested in this story and the characters in this, and I just can't wait to watch the visual miracle that Mr. Maniratnam has created through his movie PS1. So I just can't wait to get to this. I think I will read this in second half of December after my exam, so I can completely focus on this, and then I can immediately watch the movie towards the end of December. So because December is vacation time, I will have enough time to start reading properly again. Quickly, before I let you go, I want to give you an update on what I've been watching. So in the last update that I gave you, I told you that I am following The Peripheral on Amazon Prime, but I somehow lost interest and I'm not watching it anymore, DNF. And I binged watched 1899. This is a Netflix series from the makers of Dark, the German Netflix series. Halfway through the series, I was like, okay, I know, it's very predictable. I know where this is going. I know what's happening. But guys, the last episode, the ending is just mind-blowing. Like, so if you feel the same way, there is this drag towards the middle or the second half, just hang on and watch till the end, because the ending is epic and it's worth it, and I just cannot wait for season 2. And then I watched a Tamil movie, which is Vikram. So I watched this on OTT, and I think I should have gone to the theater to watch this, because oh my god, what a movie. I really enjoyed it. Generally, I don't like these mass masala entertainment movies, but this one was an exception. This one had a story, it had great characters. Yeah, and right after this, I went back and watched Kaidi, because I had not watched Kaidi. So, for people who don't know, Kaidi is. Kaidi and Vikram are kind of movies built in the same world. So I had to go back and watch Kaidi as well, and I loved Kaidi also, but I loved Vikram more. I know that people are predicting that Karthi, who's a hero of Kaidi, will be making an appearance in the third installment set in the same world in Vikram 2. So can't wait for that. So I am happy that I decided to watch this movie despite my reservations. Another movie that I watched that's just yesterday is Kantara, the Kannada movie that's been making so much hype all around the world. And oh my god, guys, I have no words to explain how much I loved this movie. And like, whenever I was watching spoiler free reviews of this movie, everybody were raving about the last 20 minutes, and I was so curious. Okay, so everybody, literally everybody, even these responses of people who are coming out of the theaters, they also mentioned that the last 20 minutes was epic. So I was so curious, okay, what is happening in the last 20 minutes? And oh my god, the last 20 minutes. I it Rishabh Shetty, who did the protagonist role, he did such a fantastic job. I mean, my jaw was literally on the floor when I saw his performance. So, Kantara is a movie, set in this imaginary world. It's a story of these people who are kind of forest inhabitants, and their connection to the land, to the forest, how the system and the feudalists trying to snatch away their right to the land. And that's the simple basic story, but the execution is so brilliant, and mainly it worked because how rooted it is. It is rooted in the folklore of the land and the reverence the people have towards their demigod, and how the art form of Booth Kola, in Malayalam we call it Teyyam, something similar. So Booth Kola, it was a visual treat, as well as the score was so good. But for me, what really, 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 really made it work was Rishabh Shetty's performance. I think he deserves an Oscar for the performance. I hope this movie gets sent to Oscar and people actually watch it and then get selected and be, and wins something, because it is truly deserving of all the accolades it's already receiving, and it should receive more recognition, and more people should watch this movie. So if you are not an Indian who is watching me, if it's available on OTT in your country, please go ahead and watch it. Kantara, it's worth the watch. Please, 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 to watch it. And I regret not watching it in the theaters. Again, this is another movie that I regret not watching in theater, despite people telling me, despite reviewers telling me. I couldn't make the time for it, unfortunately, but I regret it. And yeah. So that's the update from me. I've been ranting about Kantara for so long because I'm so excited, and in fact, I'm ready for a rewatch. Anyways, that's the update for now. I hope you keep in touch with me. Please comment below what you are reading and what you're planning to read. And if you have watched Kantara, comment about that as well. And that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. This is Angie signing off. Bye-bye.